Why is it so difficult to get a tattoo apprenticeship? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you the perspective of a mentor, but also some tips and techniques that could help you get into an apprenticeship. Now, first off, tattoos take time. They're a very time-consuming craft. I spend more time with my shop mates and my clients than I do my own personal family. So for me to take on a student, it's not going to take away from the tattoo time. I want to make sure that the student I'm taking on is worthwhile, that they're dedicated, that they're not just thinking it's a cool lifestyle. They actually want to make it a career and something that they're passionate about. Now also, tattoos are a flesh wound. We are stabbing people thousands of times. There can be some real risks involved if done improperly, like infections, spreading of diseases, scarring, or looking tattoos. And this could be bad for our reputation. So we don't want to take on anyone who isn't going to fully dedicate themselves to the whole aspects of tattooing. So what not to do? Well, don't Instagram DM, Facebook message, email, or text a mentor. You gotta go in person. Sorry. Do not buy a tattoo kit on Amazon, Craigslist, eBay, Facebook. Don't start tattooing until you've entered into an apprenticeship. That is the quickest, most guaranteed route to not get an apprenticeship. Don't approach a tattoo mentor saying you want to be a specialist in any particular style. You see, an apprentice is going to do the tattoos, that no one else wants to do. That's how you get your chops up, but also is how you build value in the tattoo studio. So realize you're going to have to get into all styles of tattoo before you can start to specialize. That's something you earn. So how should you approach a tattoo shop to inquire about that apprenticeship? Well, first, do your research, look up different shops online, look at the artist bios, even ask friends. Go out in the community and see who's got a good reputation. The last thing you want to do is just to show up at a shop that's just going to take you on, but they've been harassing and taking advantage of their apprentice. When you do go, show up in person and bring a portfolio. When you approach the person at the counter, be friendly and respectful. You don't know. That could potentially be that mentor or somebody who's an apprentice and they're in the spot that you eventually want to get to and could potentially give you some good advice. And when they do offer advice, heed it, listen to it, be open and mindful. And make sure you don't go on a busy weekend. The last thing we want to do is take off our gloves and take a break with our client just to go and talk to you about your potential tattoo apprenticeship. Go on a weekday or when it's not the busiest time of the week. And you may potentially have to just leave your portfolio and let the mentor review it over the weekend. So what if you can't find that apprenticeship? I get it. Maybe you're in a small town and it's difficult to find a tattoo mentor because there's just not very many. Well, there's the potential you might have to relocate or potentially do some sort of hybrid education where you travel for different portions of your apprenticeship. But learning online is not going to teach you how to become a successful tattoo artist. That one-on-one apprenticeship is key. When somebody does look at your portfolio though, as I mentioned, listen to them. Even if they're not going to take you on as an apprentice, heed what they're saying. Create a very diverse portfolio with lots of different styles of tattoo work in it. Show that you have the desire to learn. Even potentially go take some art classes and learn different ways and mediums as well. So showing that you're really dedicated to that aspect is huge for a tattoo mentor. When you can, take bloodborne pathogens, first aid, and CPR courses. Yes, you can take them online, but I highly recommend you take them in person at least the first few times. That is the basic foundational certifications required to even just be in a studio, even just a counter person. So by taking that in advance shows that you're really putting forth the effort to get that apprenticeship. Study tattoo history. Learning about where we came from, that this is an ancient, prestigious craft, and that you have some background, that you've taken the time to learn where we come from, shows that you will have respect for the industry. Nothing helps you appreciate our industry more than knowing where we came from. So ultimately, to become a tattoo artist, you're going to have to be focused and dedicated and willing to learn and put in that extra effort even before approaching a tattoo mentor. You're going to have to take those art classes. You're going to have to take those certification courses. You're going to have to study the history of tattooing. You're going to have to do your research. You're going to have to go in person and talk to people face to face. But by applying these tips, I guarantee you're doing more than 90% of the rest of tattoo apprentice potentials. Best of luck. And if you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to ask. If it does not challenge you, It does not change you. It took me 4 years to find my tattoo apprenticeship, but now I've been tattooing for 22 years, and it's through that hard, arduous effort to get into the industry has made me appreciate and love this craft. You got this.